and this is Ray of Light Tarot. I'm happy to be with you guys tonight. I'm excited. It's Friday. You ain't got to do. Just kidding. So yeah, Friday night, we're gonna have a good time. So what's up tonight, guys, is I'm here to hang out, do some mini readings, fellowship, talk about our journey, share our experience, strength, and hope with those who may need to hear what we have to say. And also, after I do some mini readings, I'm going to be giving away this really cool Oracle deck, the Isis Oracle. Now, the Isis Oracle, guys, is a little different than your typical Oracle decks. Hold on, I got to put my glasses on, even though I hate to, because so I can read the chat. Hello. Hello, Debbie. Debbie, you haven't been in a while. You came back. I saw you in here like on my second live, but you haven't been in much. It's good to see you. Welcome. Happy Friday. We're going to have fun tonight, Debbie. You should get on the list. There's actually only one person on the list right now. Anyway, what I was saying is, speaking of getting on the list, tonight, for those of you who get a mini reading, at the end of the night, your name will be added to this glass bowl for a drawing so that you will have the chance to win this Oracle deck. And what I was saying about this lovely Oracle deck is that cool, Debbie, good. And I'll get your name added. It's $22.22 love offering for a mini reading and a chance to win. Yeah, this deck is a little different than most. It's not like your traditional Oracle deck. I have some of those. This one, I mean, I guess there's not really a traditional Oracle deck like there's a traditional tarot. When I think of like a traditional Oracle deck, I think of cards that are, just kind of general or ethereal or whatever, and they represent what you see on the card. This is different. This Isis Oracle. I'm going to show you guys some of this stuff so you can start to get excited about the deck and start manifesting your win in the drawing. The Isis Oracle, obviously it's got a lot of ancient Egyptian references, which is pretty cool. And besides the ancient Egyptian references, the cards have they have depictions of different Egyptian pharaohs and gods, goddesses. So it's third dimensional and more, and also fourth, fifth, etc. So you've got, like, for example, I'm going to show you guys some of these. The Brother in Darkness, right? This card is called the Brother in Darkness. It says, overcoming negative energy with feminine power, right? And so you've got the clear written message there, but this is a pretty, interesting, potentially very intuitive card. I love cards like that are clear in their official meaning, but also very intuitive with the picture and capable of meaning many different things for many different readings, right? That's, I think, what those of us as readers who are, certainly intuitive readers, but visual, that's what we look for in cards. Anyway, I've had this deck for probably a year or two. No, it's been about 2 years because I've used it. I got it when I was, before I took my sabbatical from YouTube. I've maybe used it 3 or 4 times. It's just a great deck, but for me personally, it never caught on as one that I used as a go-to. So it's like new, and yeah, somebody's gonna win it tonight. Anyway, as you come in, guys, hit the like button, share, because notifications, it looks like, are not going out. I appreciate it. And come in and say hi. If you want to get added to the list to get a mini reading and then potentially win this deck, which I will be sending out. I've got the 3 decks from the other night from Hump Day and I'll be sending them out this coming Monday. So I'm looking forward to that. Jillian's Gems, welcome. It's just a small crowd so far. We're going to hang out and chit chat until more people are able to get in here. So I have you actually, Jillian, on the list, and then Debbie. Did you? Let me see. I didn't get a notification here. Hold on, guys. One sec. What am I looking for? This is a sign of aging when you don't know what you're looking for, but you know you're looking for something, right? Okay, Debbie, I'm getting you added to the list. Okay, gotcha. All right. Oh, there it is. Hold on, guys. One sec. I do know what I was looking for. I just couldn't remember. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that now, I was looking for the spare the Wi-Fi phone so I can put the payment app options in the chat here for you guys. So we've got, just so far, you guys, you have a 50% chance of your name being drawn because there's just 2 people right now on the list. It's Jillian's Gems and Debbie. So start manifesting if you want to win this deck, and start thinking about what you would like to ask for your tarot question while I go ahead and pop in here and get some stuff put in the chat. And I'm excited, guys. I'm you know, I've only been back on YouTube after more than a year gone. I've only been back for what, about 2.5 weeks, 3. No, this is, I think tonight is either 3 weeks. And I'll tell you, it's funny. I'm just so happy to be back. I love Janie. Welcome, Jane. I wondered where you were, Janie, my friend. I'm just so happy to be back, guys. I've missed you guys. I've missed the interaction. I've missed the unique experience of doing mini readings live. You know, it's not the same as doing a one-on-one personal. There's a whole different energy exchange, and just the way it feels. It's hard to explain unless you do it. Hey, Rebecca, good to see you, my dear friend, Rebecca. Are you dancing tonight, Rebecca? Okay. I think you're dancing tonight, right, Rebecca? You should get on the list, though, for a mini reading because there's only 2 people on so far. And I was showing you guys, I don't know if you saw, this is the deck that's being given away for tonight's drawing. And this is a really cool deck. It's almost like new. I'm trying to remember if there's, I think it had just been created when I got it, like in 2020 or 20. I don't see the year on here, but anyway, it's a great deck, and somebody gonna win. Janie has it. Okay, well, I guess you don't need a second one. Okay, to be added to. I guess you don't need a second one, but what we could do, because I was gonna wait until later, but we'll see how the readings go and stuff. I potentially, depending on how many people get on the list and stuff, I potentially might have a second surprise for you guys when we do the drawing. So don't lose hope yet, Jane. Just hang in there. I mean, unless it ends up being a pretty low-key night and there's like 4 people on the list, then I'll probably just do the one thing. But if we get a few more people, and I might I have a surprise set to the side just in case. And I know a couple people that would really like this surprise. Okay, I'm putting in the chat, guys, I'm putting into the chat the payment apps that you can use to get on the list. If you are not familiar, you can use Cash App. I think by now most people in the USA have Cash App. I remember when I started using Cash App, almost nobody used Cash App. Everybody was still using Venmo, and I switched over to Cash App. Someone that was somebody that was with Cash App talked me into kind of helping push that, and man, it's great, but you know, at the time, and I think it still is just USA, and that you weren't able to like send it across country lines. So that's why I would offer like other options, PayPal or Apple Pay, things like that. So anyway, here we go, guys. Let me get this up in there for you guys. Jane, you sent me a picture of your deck of cards. All right. Hello, lovely people. I just added it in the chat. Those are in the chat. Those are the places you can send your love offering and the way to get on the list. $22.22. Thank you, All Natural Rebecca, my dear friend. I'll get you added to the list. And this is the one giveaway item I'm definitely doing a drawing for tonight. The Isis Oracle, amazing deck. And then there's another one that I might add if there are enough people that it makes sense to add a secondary drawing gift. Okay, so we got Jillian's Gems, Debbie, Rebecca. So guys, welcome in. Anne, welcome in. Pocketed. Oh, see, let me see. Hold on, let me look, Janie. Oh, so okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So it's a lot smaller than this. Well, maybe you should have both sizes. What do you think? I think that would be kind of cool, Janie. Hey, Julene, welcome. Welcome on in. Okay, so I've got Jillian's, Debbie, and Rebecca on the list so far. Guys, go get on the list and we'll get you added to it and get you able to potentially win an Oracle deck or two. Julene. So while we're kind of hanging out for a minute, guys, how has everyone's week been? What are you guys, and what are your plans for the weekend? What's your Friday transition feeling like? Has it been a nice week? I'm just great. For me, it has. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have my health. I'm grateful to feel positive about the future and be forward thinking and forward moving. You know, when you go through crises or experiences that trip you up, identity crises, whatever it may be, health scares, and then you are given a reprieve by the divine. It's a really great feeling. And, I'm definitely a survivor. I think a lot of people in here are, but I'm done. I want to be done with surviving. I want to spend the rest of my life just thriving. Surviving, you got to fight to survive. And I can fight, but I'm kind of tired of fighting. I just want to thrive for the rest of this time. What do you guys think of that? Michael, welcome on in. Jeanette, thank you, Jane. I will get Jeanette. I didn't see that, but thank you for that. I will get Jeanette added to the list. There it is. Okay. Thank you, Jeanette, Game Crusher. Thank you for that. I will get you added, my dear. So yeah, that's what I'm wondering, guys, is how was your week? How's your transition into the weekend looking? And what are you doing? I know, Rebecca, I already know what you're doing. She's going to go dance because she loves to dance. Like Sarah Jessica Parker and Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I love to dance. Julene says, it's been a good week. Lots of busyness in the mind, but the gym cuts the energy. Yeah. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm right there. Now that I'm getting myself spiritually and physically centered, it's time to hit it hard. I'm going to be driving you guys crazy. It's going to be like 2021 all over again when I did the fitness competition. The difference is I'm not actually doing a fitness competition, so I'm not going to be, asking you guys to vote twice a day or whatever it was for me to win the competition. So, but a lot of you did keep me up in the top 5 for a long time, so that was pretty cool. It was a really strong reflection of how amazing all of the people that hang out on this channel are and support, and what you guys are capable of doing when you work together. And speaking of that, I do have a fun and exciting announcement that I will be making on Tuesday. So look forward to that. A rodeo, Michael. Wait, Michael, you're going to a rodeo? Wait. Who's going to a rodeo this weekend? Michael B. I didn't even know they had rodeos in Phoenix. Yeah, taking a shuttle to the rodeo. Good excuse to dust off the boots and hat. So it's not in Phoenix. Where is the rodeo? Purium cleanse soon. I need to. Oh yeah, Rebecca. I'm so glad you brought that up. Now that's not what the announcement is. But I could see where you would get that. But yes, actually, that's another thing that I'm going to address soon is, Purium and how amazing the product is. Not just because I'm a brand ambassador, but like it really is. That's why I am, and what it can do for you, what it's done for me, and what I need it to do for me again. Yeah, we need to do a group cleanse here coming up. I'm thinking maybe 3 weeks from now. I'm trying not to do too much at once right now. You know what I mean? So, yes, hold the thought. All right, so on the list right now, we've got 4 on the list, guys. Oh, welcome. Hello. Marielle came over from Jai's channel. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Jai and I will be live here on this channel, Marielle, on Tuesday night doing tandem readings. So that should be fun. She and I used to do that quite often, and we haven't in a long time. So it's going to be fun to do that. So we got Jillian's Gems, Debbie, Rebecca, Jeanette. Did I miss anybody else who has sent over a love donation to be added to the mini reading list and the chance to win the drawing, the giveaway and the drawing? Yeah, like maybe mid-March, mid to late March, Rebecca. Libations, that sounds good. Yeah, enjoy. Have one for me. I've been mostly sober since January 1st. So I did dry January, didn't drink a drop. And then I had a glass of, I had some family visiting 2 weeks ago, and while they were here, I did have a glass of white Zinfandel, which is not my favorite wine. And then that's it. Yeah. I feel a lot better when I'm, just drinking in moderation, nothing crazy. The only time that I want to be able to really drink and have like a fun time is during football season at like Florida games, stuff like that. Then I like to kind of let loose a little bit. But it has to be only special occasions, not a regular thing for me, because I have a propensity for, turning a good thing into a woo when it comes to stuff like that. And I don't like to do that. For anyone sober, I don't mean to trigger upon that. It's all good. Janie said she feels like she needs a drink. Maybe you triggered her internal reminders that she needs a drink. Okay, let's get started with the mini readings. Yeah, me neither, Debbie. No, I mean, I wouldn't say that I specifically don't drink, but it's never really been my favorite thing. And at this point in time, 1.5 drinks is the limit for me. I like to have my wits about me. Like when you see other people that when they get how they can get without having their wits about them and going over the line, then it makes you go like, ooh, I don't want to be like that ever again. Because I know I've done that many times in my life. Kombucha, yes. And I think it's so great, Rebecca, that you go out dancing and have a great time, and you have no desire or need to add alcohol to that mix. You can go out to these places, dance your cute little booty off, and have a really good time, and you don't need to drink. And I think I commend you for that. I think that's so awesome. It took me until about age 39 to realize that I could do that, and that might actually be a good idea. So yeah. Okay, Jillian. We're going to get started here. Guys, there's only 4 on the list, so as you come in, as people are coming in, make sure, if you're a moderator, if you think about it, to not only welcome them, but let them know the list is open, and it's probably going to be short, and they might want to get on it. Either way, we'll keep it moving. So, yeah, Debbie, I think that's true. That's true. Hey, but sometimes that kind of is a time going through a divorce where you really need to keep yourself sober and alert, right? Dividing of assets and all that. Yeah, I'm telling you, Ann, it kind of is, right? But except when it reminds you of for me, it's like, ooh, oh, did I act like that? Yeah, maybe. So, all right. So, Jillian, what is your question for me? What would you like to ask for your mini reading question? Yeah, that's good, Michael. I think the trick is, if you're going to do like a long night out, not to drink water not to like order a water with your alcohol, which, traditionally you could do, but I think it's to actually, in between your alcoholic beverages, sip a glass of water. So like really hydrate in between. All right, Jillian. Love and money. So you want just a general reading about love and money, Jillian? Is that where we're at? If you can dance in public completely sober, you're aligned. Hey, yeah. Wouldn't say that I can dance in public, but I definitely will. And I like to. Am I good at it? Nah, but I don't care. I'm a white boy with no rhythm. All right, so we're going to just do a general love and money reading for you, for Jillian. All right, let me get this thing popping, guys. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides, and Ancestors. Thank you, Nana, McCarthy, Papa, all Spirit team. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to connect today. Thank you for the clear, direct, and necessary message for everyone who pops in to get a mini reading. Thank you for allowing them to be blessed by this guidance. Thank you, Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Juriel. Thank you for pillars, cornerstones, and guides. Thank you. All right, here we go, Jillian. I got this. Let's see what we can do for you. You've been bopping in the store. What store? What store are you bopping around in? What messages does Spirit have for Jillian regarding love and money in her life and the movement of both? I'm using tonight, guys, a deck that I've been using a lot recently, Deviant Moon. Deviant Moon Tarot. Why? Because I'm a deviant. I'm just kidding. I mean, I hope not. Maybe on a cheat day. All right, Jillian. So, yeah. The Ten of Wands immediately flew out, and I'm not quite sure why, but we'll get to the bottom of this one way or the other. All right. Thank you. You do have and not only did the Ten of Wands pop out, but you also have the Hanged Man in your foundation. You know, Hanged Man is a great card because what it's saying is, although there may be a little bit of, there may be a lack of movement right now at the moment, what's happening in place of the physical movement is that there is a preparation period. This is a time for healing, clearing, and becoming receptive. That's usually what it is. You do have this also, the Ten of Wands came out. So there's some stuff that you're carrying that, you know, because of the heavy nature of it and the fact that it can have an impact on your path and the speed from which you get from point A to point B. It's sort of standing in the middle of your full moon there, which is, for me, your deepest desires, your heart space, what you want so bad. So remember, major healing work right now. Yeah, and that's actually, listen, hey, me too, guess what? Yep. It's not a bad place to be, guys, in healing mode. You know why? Because when you're in sort of a holding pattern, a healing mode, coming to the end of a very difficult cycle or releasing after the end of a very difficult cycle, guess what? Right around the corner is the next opportunity to get happy and enjoy the abundance. And I try to remind myself that all the time in the healing place. And guess what? You do have that showing here, because as I look forward to the future for you, you have Temperance, Major Arcana, right? Universe is bringing balance and order to a thing that at one time had nothing but a lack of that. And then look what comes in right after Temperance, the Lover's card. This is the balance, the duality, what was down, now this is down, must come up, right? So you're going to experience the contrast, right? And it may also represent literally the lovers. It could represent a soulmate coming in, someone who you feel a very strong yin-yang kind of connection with, returning or coming in for the first time. You are approaching, as the result of this healing period, you are approaching what appears to be a big crossroads in your life. So, you know, don't rush this time. Don't try to get yourself, you know, off the Hanged Man energy and moving forward too quickly. You don't want to push it. I was just talking in a reading to someone, in a live reading with someone about this. Because remember, manifesting is not about pushing and working hard. As human beings, we get focused so much on hard work. That's not how you manifest things. Manifesting is finding the sweet spot. And a lot of times, the sweet spot the universe doesn't even require you to work hard at all. You just have to step into the abundance gently and with what? Faith. confidence, that embracing, owning, and actually creating and harnessing that feeling within you of abundance. And when you have that and you've held it, then focus it in on what you want, and it'll come to you so easily that it's like butter, like cutting through butter, right? So remember, that's where you're at. You're almost to that place. Stay in the healing moment now, right? Rest, rejuvenate, revitalize. Stay grateful, right? For what? For the breath in your lungs, right? There are days when I have to start with that on my gratitude list lately. Not because there's not more to be grateful for, but because I literally am grateful for the breath in my lungs, right? I've been given a reprieve by the universe today. I'm alive, pretty healthy, and I've got to be grateful for that. So start with that stuff. You are definitely moving away from this Ten of Wands. It's still in your energy, but this is past tense. This is not your current or future self. This is the remnants of what was a painful chapter, right? But this is what you're moving towards. Abundance, okay? You're moving toward that and a crossroad where you choose what direction to go in, right? And you're also going to feel like you're able to kind of rise above some of the lower vibrational kind of 3D trudgery that normally might trip you up. Because why? You've already been through that healing process, and you're going to notice that the people that haven't grown with you are just going to fall away, and it's going to be okay. You're not going to lose anyone or anything that you're not perfectly okay with losing. And to be frank with you, the people that I think are going to fall away, it won't really be a loss, because you won't lose the people that care enough to grow with you and sort of redefine whatever their role in your life is. And I see good things for you here. So don't worry. It's good. I feel like I have to reassure you, because I know the Ten of Wands and the Hangman can feel a little iffy as your opening cards, but this is good. This does not feel bad at all. It feels good. And I do agree. I think that's the big point, is you're in the middle of a big healing chapter. And the thing to do when you're in the middle of that is to stay in the middle of it and not rush it, but also to start looking forward to that beautiful abundance and manifestation that's going to come in and really represent the new chapter that comes in at the end of that. That's what I always try to do in circumstances like that, okay? Yeah, and look at what Michael said. What a great point, Michael. Michael says, starting over isn't from scratch, it's from experience. So you never start, a lot of times when big disappointments happen or, life changes, we can feel so bad about the fact that we're having to do what feels like starting over, but there's no such thing as starting over. You may have had setbacks, we may have, disappointments, but you're starting from that place of experience on the new thing, the next thing. And that place of experience, that may be the most valuable thing you've got right now. As painful and destructive as it may have seemed through your human monkey mind and perception, it may be the most valuable thing you've got, and it's going to carry you into that next phase of life, which can be really freaking amazing. Okay? Aisha, I missed your comment. If you want to put it back up, I'm sorry. She retracted her comment. Carry the lessons, yes. All right, guys, next on the list is Debbie. If you would like to get on the list for a mini reading and the drawing, you can send $22.22 over to the Cash App or PayPal listed in the description of the video. Next on the list is Debbie. What's your question? They're very wise words. I agree. Wise. I'm guessing it's your mutable energy that's attracted to that deviant moon deck. Probably. I mean, my sun and rising or ascendant, Virgo and Gemini, are both mutable, right? Isn't that the case? I think it is. Thank you, Julene. Julene sent over a love offering. Get you on here. Did anyone else send a 2222 via PayPal? If you did, you got to let me know in the chat so I can add you to the list. All right, so here we go. Debbie, her question is, I have been really struggling Missing my Gemini friend. Those Geminis, they're hard to forget. Those Geminis are hard to forget, aren't they, Debbie? Missing my Gemini friend this week. Will he come back or will I find a new person anytime soon? Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. All right, I'm going to take those off because they're hurting for a second. Debbie said, yes. I know, Debbie. My twin flame. What? I don't know what the appropriate word is. I've read so much about it that I've gotten confused at this point after 5 years. The person I identify as my twin flame or twin soul is a Gemini sun, and woo, yeah. We could, with me being a Virgo sun and him Gemini, we could, anyone sitting with us and listening to our conversation would be lost because we're both Mercury ruled signs. Mercury is so fast, right? And we could be talking about 5 different things at once and we'd be completely caught up in understanding what we're saying. But people that would be with us would be like, what? Like, I don't even know what's going on here. It was funny. I remember being at coffee with a mutual friend of ours in New York City. And he was just like, I don't know. It seemed like he felt like we weren't even in the same conversation as him. And I never knew that. I never noticed that because I wasn't, at that point in time, I didn't know anything about astrology or how the signs worked and all that. But I know that's what it was now that I've learned and come to understand and that's always been the reason for that, is that it's that Mercury ruled energy. So kind of crazy. All right, here we go. Show us Debbie's Gemini. Why is that, Michael? Why do you love discussing things with mutable signs? Because the conversation can go anywhere. Gemini. Julina's a Gemini. All right. Endless ideas and, yep, perspectives. And then it seems like each time you finish with one perspective, it leads you to want to consider another perspective somehow. I swear it's crazy. The whole point is to like understand a perspective, but then through understanding that perspective, it always makes me want to consider another perspective. I don't know. I think I just like seeing all angles or all sides of things, seeing things from every potential point of view. It definitely makes it easy not to get into political arguments because although I might not agree with almost anyone, I kind of understand where pretty much everyone's coming from too at the same time. All right. So Deb, here's what you've got in your foundation. Hold on one second, Aisha. I wanted to see what you had said. Hi there, Jason. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Good to see you. Yes. Oh, it's okay. I understand. Listen, I'm happy to have you join now and hang out with us. You are always welcome here. And you don't ever have to apologize when you can't hang out. Just come in, like, share, and send good vibes, and that's all I ask of you. All right? Love me, that's all I ask of you. Phantom of the Opera, guys. Okay, so Debbie, you've got the Queen of Swords energy in your foundation. So although that's not the answer to whether he's going to come back, what it is telling me is the type of connection we've got here. Because look what's crowning your reading, the King of Swords. This feels a little soulmate-y, star-crossed energy here. You two do feel very far apart, so I'm not sure how long it's been or when he's going to come back or if he's like, weaves in and out of your life. But you also are a true pair. This is like, you're the same suit. You're a true pair. This is soulmates, right? No doubt about it. Definitely. So, again, that doesn't answer your question as to whether he's coming back and when, but it probably is safe to say, given this energy, that you haven't seen the last of him. So he probably, whether it's tomorrow or 20 years from now, he's coming back into, this person is not out of your life. This person is connected to you. You guys are tethered to one another in a real way. And I think there's more to come in the relationship. What I do see that I don't like is this person what I don't like is that his energy doesn't feel like he is considering your feelings in any of his decision making. He's got the Knight of Wands energy right now, and that's okay. So he's got, he's on fire doing things and staying very busy, fine. But as I look at everything here, it looks like what happens is a cycle where he comes in to your life, and that makes you very happy. And then while he's in your life, he energy vamps you and takes from you while you're happy to have him. And then he leaves, and you suddenly are in Ten of Wands energy again, where you just feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, while as soon as he's gone, and waiting for the time when he'll come back so you can be happy that he's back again, but only for him to repeat this same. It feels like he's repeating a cycle. Not that he doesn't care about you. Obviously, there's a connection here that's very strong, and I'm sure he does have very strong feelings for you, no doubt about it. But I don't think he considers what his actions are doing to you and how his actions are harming you, and that bothers me. It feels very, very unfair and one-sided. However, having said all of that, that's partly your responsibility, right? People treat us the way we allow them to. So I want you to know you don't have to have that Ten of Wands feeling every time he leaves your life. If you set some very clear boundaries this next time around and stick to them when he's here, you will notice it may not be perfect, but you will feel a little bit more in control of at least your feelings in regard to how he's behaving. And I mean, I know that this is part of your destined path this lifetime. You've got the Hierophant here, okay? It's happening. This is real. This is like this person and you are here doing something real together. He may not realize it yet, but it's not playtime. This is real. Put on your big boy and girl pants and learn your lessons so you don't have to do this again and again and again. I do think for you, he's not awake. Jillian Jim said he's not awakened yet. Probably right. I mean, Debbie is. She's over here in the High Priestess energy, right? But he is just this Knight of Wands, riding his little horse around in circles like a Dumbo. Sorry, but that's what it feels like. He's like a Dumbo riding in circles, or one of those little horses on the carousel. Completely head in the clouds, oblivious of what he's doing to someone who absolutely adores him. When someone loves you to the extent that they would literally consider laying down their life for you, that's your responsibility too. Because that's sacrificial love, that's selfless love, and when we get into that department, you better start taking it very seriously. And this person is not taking this seriously, and that makes me want to fight. You want me to beat him up for you, Debbie? I will. I'll beat him up for you. All right. So let's talk about when is he coming. He's coming in. So here's the thing. It's been a while. He's been gone. I know you're wondering. Well, his energy is already moving towards you. So he's on the way in. He's going to come in. He's going to be back. Don't let that be your concern though, Debbie. I know I'm not, a therapist. I'm just reading the energy. That's my job. But if I might offer a little advice, don't let whether and when he's coming back to be your concern. Make your concern be what you're going to do and what you're going to require if he chooses to come back and wants to get in the front door. Because you decide who comes in your front door and who's allowed to stay, and you can lay down some boundaries and some ground rules so that you're treated like the worthy, autonomous human being who is not only worthy of love, but who wants to offer him so much unconditional love that you would do so much for him that he better get it together. That's all I would say. But yeah, you can expect him back probably in the next, I would say no more than 2 months. It's not going to be long. I can just see us on here in April and he will have come back. Okay? Won't be long. I can tell you, it won't be long. All right, next on the list is Debbie. That's you, sorry. Not next on the list. Thank you, Debbie, is what I meant to say. Next on the list is Rebecca. So I've got Rebecca, Jeanette, and Julene. Thank you, guys. If anyone else I missed, let me know because I haven't been checking. but I haven't seen anyone new come in. So very quiet, low-key Friday night. I like it though. I'm kind of sleepy, and I have my baby niece's birthday, 4th birthday party tomorrow. So I got to get up and do that. I love my baby niece, but I don't enjoy children's birthdays. That's not my favorite thing. It feels like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but I love my little niece, and it's the theme is the movie Frozen. So I don't know. I think I have a friend going with me, so at least I won't be by myself, withstanding it. Okay, Rebecca, I got you. Yep, she already turned 4. Actually, her birthday party was intended to be last weekend, but she had pneumonia, poor baby. She was really sick, and so they rescheduled it for tomorrow. Yep. She's a sweetheart. I held her when she was 2 hours old. I'm telling you, that girl, you want to talk about past lives and carrying them with you into into your next lifetime? That little girl, my niece, I know she was coming into here from a lifetime as like a warrior on a horse in armor, because she came ready to fight, and from the minute she saw one, she loved horses and felt at home with them, like they were her thing. And I'm convinced she died on the battleground somewhere, probably a big tough man in a warrior's or uniform. Okay, Rebecca. Listen, Rebecca, this is good. You're again, I don't know if you got this when I read for you sometime recently, but it feels familiar. The 9 of Cups came out for you. Did you get this? Was it you who got this? I swear when I've read for you recently, you got this 9 of Cups before. Anyway, the universe is wanting you to win the lottery, basically. Please guys, don't take everything I say literally. Figuratively speaking. The universe is basically wanting you to win the lottery, to have whatever you're wishing for come true. You just have to get out of the way of yourself a little bit. Keep the dancing going. That's a great thing. That's one of the, I think, best things you can be doing. Dancing, enjoying life, being carefree. But this is good. Yeah, something really beautiful is manifesting and going to just pop in and burst a bubble. Your foundation, you have the 10 of Swords. So there is external thoughts creeping in and it's not like the 9 of Swords where you're choosing to sit up and think and it's blocking things. This one you can see, it's a different thing. It's like whatever you're doing it's not you, it's things coming from, they're finding their way in through non-traditional pathways, okay? So it's not like you're sitting trying to overthink something, but it's still getting in and becoming a repeating thought a little bit but because it's finding its way in through I don't know, other media or a person saying something or a license plate. I know, didn't you used to post the license plate pictures? That's just an example. You're going to be seeing things that are going to trigger some thought that may be not a healthy one. So try to watch out for that, because otherwise the universe is about to, look, you've got the 9 of Cups crowning, descending in. That literally is the Make-A-Wish, right? You've got the Sun card in the near future. What's coming? The Sun, right? Clarity, happiness, positive thoughts. And then you've got this 8 of Pentacles, which is really good because it looks like that's the result of what you're going to be experiencing. As a result of that, you're going to feel very motivated to manifest even more and expand. So yeah. Okay, here comes the Sun, Beatles. Let's do it. I think, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I wish I had a better understanding of what the things are that are making you susceptible in this, because I would try to tell you what to, but I don't know. I mean, look at that. That's a hot mess right there. You can't really avoid it because you look in this direction and it's going to come at you from the other side. I would just say, listen, we can't avoid what comes in, but so start focusing on your defense and ground game once the thing gets in. Yeah, exactly, Michael. Gnarly. So since we can't control that, what can we control next? We can control what we do with it once it gets there. So I would say, some kind of planned, consistent, thought changing response to the uninvited external energy, and also make sure you're never neglecting, right, especially right now, you're never neglecting first thing in the morning, last thing at night, visualizations, protecting your energy, protection, energetic bubble of protection, calling in your guides, your power, all of that, morning and night, upon waking and before going to sleep. It's going to be crucial and very, very helpful for you right now. Cereal. Don't eat cereal. I mean, like, seriously. I mean, you could eat cereal. I don't recommend cereal. I do like Special K, though. The Special K cereal. And Honey Nut Cheerios is pretty good with, like, bananas or blueberries. I don't know. Depends on my mood. All right. It's a forewarning, Michael. Yes. Oh, that's deep. Thanks. You're welcome, Rebecca. Thank you. I think I like that, though. Like, I like what I see, though, Rebecca, because it really does make sense to me as I'm looking at it, especially the sun coming and what I think, because I feel like you're doing a lot of what you need to be doing to allow the universe to give you the things you need and deserve and want. So it doesn't surprise me that you're right there, right around the corner from getting it. Jeanette, it is your turn. What would you... Hold on. It's Friday night. Feeling right. There's Malia. Malia, welcome. I'm just wrapping up the readings here. Welcome to get on the list if you would like. I've got, I'm going to do a drawing too. I do? You want to get on the list? You might win a cool Oracle deck too. Malia. I've got Jeanette, Julene, and then I'll put you on. Oh, grape nuts. Yeah, Jillian. Those were good. I like them grape nuts. I'm looking for insights into my twin flame relationship of 4 years. We have not met physically, but feel the energetic connection and text daily. Nice. So you're still really, even though it's been established in the 3D for 4 years, it hasn't actually gotten the chance to experience that first time in person. So that's pretty cool. So I kind of feel like because of that, even though it's 4 years, you've been, aware of each other, it's still kind of early on because you have yet to get to experience, the connection in person. So that's kind of exciting. I hope you're planning to meet each other sometime soon so you can really add that dimension to it. It's like nothing you can imagine. It's very intense. I can tell you it's very intense. And from my experience, although it's very natural because you know that you know them as well as you know yourself, right, before meeting, it also feels kind of surreal because it's like meeting yourself. Even though it doesn't look like you, it's you. Like it's like meeting yourself in another body, right? It's crazy. It's so weird. Hi, Aisha. Welcome. All right, so Jeanette, let's see what we got, and I will love in different counties and significant age difference. Yeah. Most twin flames, from what I have read, and listen, there's always an exception to the rule, so if this doesn't match your experience, that's okay. From what I have read in the books that I have about it, most twin flames are average of at least 10 years age difference. Mine and I were 9.5. Hey, guys, does anyone know the channel? I think it's God, I can't remember. Is it Dove and Nicole? It's a couple, two women that do, it's like Twin Flame something, Twin Flame Countdown, or I used to watch their videos, and I haven't, been on in a while. Does anyone know who I'm talking about? It's a couple that lesbians, two women. They identify as twin flames. They're really, good and intuitive at discussing what every aspect of that journey is like. The recognition, the meeting, the coming together, the bubble period where you're like in your own little bubble with yourself, and then the triggers, the running, chasing dynamic, the separation, the dark night of the soul, the whole thing. They know like Dove and Nicole. Yeah, Dove and Nicole. They are, what's the name of that channel? I can't remember the name of the channel. I'm going to have to try to find it by their first names or something. It's either Twin Flame or Twin Soul, and then there's another word at the end. And I think they do like workshops. I think they do workshops as well as, I don't know, some other things. Twin Flame Revolution. Let me write that down. That's it. Twin Flame Revolution. Twin Flame Revolution. That's what it is. Yep. Very cool. And I will say, like, if you've been activated on a twin soul journey, and then you go into separation for a year, 5 years, 10 years, decades, it can happen. It's also a good time to meet, date, have a relationship, because the relationships you will have after being activated by your twin flame will usually be very fulfilling, very based in soul and spirit and love, and you can't go wrong by doing that for yourself, by allowing yourself to do that. But I will see. Hold on one sec. I feel like that's a very large Virgo trait. What trait, Malia? I missed the trait. That is verbatim my situation with my Gemini. However, I've worked on myself to the point I don't let his actions shake me anymore. I keep focused on my life and moving forward. Absolutely. Listen, I think in any kind of like, soul connected relationship, regardless of what label you put on it or it puts on you or whatever, one of the first lessons is boundaries, and that the person you're in relationship with, while you certainly have the right to hold them accountable for their actions and how they're making you feel, at the end of the day, the only person responsible for your feelings is you, right? So it's a fine line, and it's a give and take. Every relationship's different, but I think what I've learned, and I'm no expert, I'm single, newly single in just the last few weeks, but we do love each other very much, and we're not out of each other's lives, so that tells you something. And so what I've learned is, if you want someone you're in a relationship with to take accountability for their actions, take accountability for yours. If I take accountability for where I go wrong and just let the other person then clean their side of the street, they usually do a pretty good job. When I'm pointing my finger, like what I used to do in relationships when I was younger, that's what I got in return. Somebody pointing out my flaws too. So for me, it's always been about, if I, look in the mirror more than I point and worry about what the other person, less about what they're doing and more about what I'm doing, I'm usually going to get a lot better result in the relationship. I mean, I know that's kind of a simple no-brainer philosophy, but hey, sometimes we need to be reminded that those are the best ones. All right, let's get this question done for her. For Jeanette. New World All-Star on YouTube. I don't have to watch that too, Jillian's. Okay. Kurt is his name? Okay, Jeanette, here we go. So let me make sure I got your question right. You wanted to know insights, just basically a status, right? Energy report on your twin flame. Is there such thing as karmic twins or no? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess all twins are karmic until they heal, right? Because, I mean, twin flame relationships in that period where it's so messy and one person's waking up and the other person's still not, and all the triggers, the universe lets all the triggers drive you both basically crazy for a little while. That's to me looks just like any karmic relationship. So I would say yeah. But the difference between a twin, and it can also seem like a narcissist and empath relationship at that point. The difference between a twin flame relationship and a narcissist empath relationship, and why they are different and they're not the same thing, is true twin flames actually heal and change for the better at some point. The pain does that, where narcissist empaths don't. I've seen like therapists come on YouTube and say, I heard about twin flames and that's a very wrong thing and it's misleading. No, no, no. It's misleading to confuse twin flames with narcissist empath. It's not at all misleading to understand that they're different and that the only time they look similar is before the healing takes place. The difference is twin flames heal. They change for the better. And that's how you know what it is, that it's not a narcissist empath sick relationship. And that is a sick relationship. I'll tell you guys, if you've ever studied that, the narcissist empath thing, they attract each other. So if you're an empath, like, yes, I consider myself to be an empath, it's a natural state to want to help others who are in a state of tailspin or derailment or self abuse, whatever, to help them heal and offer them help, like service. And what usually happens if you do that with a narcissist is they will drain you, suck you dry, and toss you to the side and leave you to die in your own excrement. Yeah, it's not good. I'm not, like, I'm serious. It's crazy. So you got to be careful if you are someone who is very empathic and you find yourself very drawn to someone, but you can't quite identify why. Before you allow your feelings to grow because of that drawn attraction energy, make sure you find out what that person's deal is and that they're not, you're not attracted to them because of what you are and what they are, which can be very dangerous to your health. I learned that lesson a long time ago, though. Yeah, so, hold on. Verify. All right. I think what's happening here, Jeanette, is I see a lot of good intentions. Like you're both intending and trying to will this thing to happen, but like you said, you're kind of so far away physically in your chronological age, in where you live. There's a lot of real-time third dimension issues keeping you guys apart. But yeah, the foundation of this is the moon. So there's a lot left undone, unexpressed, unexperienced, unseen. This is all about what's hidden and what the things that are wished and desired for, but have not yet been given the chance to manifest and blossom. So clearly it's there, right? You guys want this. You got the Ten of Pentacles. It's gonna, this is a long-term experience. I mean, obviously, you've already identified this person as your twin flame, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know, right? But it's abundant, long-term. There is going to be a lot of give and take and growth, right? So that's good. But I'm already seeing, and you guys haven't even met yet, and I'm already seeing the early little seeds of triggers and that stuff that you kind of go through if you're a twin flame. The tower is coming in, it's reversed, so it's not hitting. There's no way for it to, but it wants to. There's already a tower wanting to come in and shake things up, because on your spiritual paths, you are, it appears, kind of, you're so much further along than this person that it almost makes your feminine energy appear masculine. I don't know if that makes sense to you. What I mean by that is, you guys have the Two of Swords here when I look at where things are going. What that means is it's a beautiful connection and you're connected, but you're already at an impasse when it comes to who's gonna take. See, somebody needs to take the reins here and make something happen, right? Because it's beautiful to love each other. All of this stuff is great, but something has to, you don't want to be doing what you're doing today 20 years from now and still not have had any forward movement or growth in the relationship, right? And I think obviously the universe that's not the plan here. That's never the plan of a divinely guided situation like this. So something has got you guys kind of stuck, and the universe is trying to consciously, through some interesting little tricks, get you unstuck. But it looks like it. I just want you to be prepared, because the getting unstuck, it might be kind of painful, right? This is a deep feeling connection, and what it requires to get you unstuck might be painful, but you have to have, that's part of having faith in the connection and having faith in the long term. Here's the thing about whether you're twin souls or not, just the thing about love. You know, I just got out of a relationship that was not even 6 months. It was a few months, but it was really strong, really quick, beautiful. Broke up, stay friends. You know, who knows what'll, I don't know where the future holds, but the thing is, when you love someone, it's okay to break up, it's okay to be separated, it's okay to whatever. If there's real love and you know it exists between two people, that doesn't go away. I mean, it doesn't disappear. So I'm just telling you that yes, there's some real deep, painful challenges on the horizon for you guys in this, but it only doesn't matter. That's part of the beauty of the twin flame journey, is that you were made for this. You and that person were made to endure those painful experiences and challenges, right? Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. There there may be some loss to physical. I don't know if that person's recently lost someone, or if there's someone who's not in good health around them, but there may be a loss coming for that person as well. And you know, that's hard. Don't, here's the thing, Jeanette, if something happens in that person's world and they lose someone, and then you notice as a result of that during their grieving that they seem to disconnect from you and it hurts you, naturally it will be, it's painful when someone you love takes a step back or disconnects. Just remember, everything is unfolding exactly as it's supposed to, and this connection requires movement. Twin flames are never allowed to stagnate. That's why there's all the runner chaser separation, because you can't there is literally no such thing as stagnation when true twin flames are involved. It's not possible. Okay, so this connection is headed for some movement and change, and your big test is going to be how you see your way through it, and the faith you hold on to. Just remember, love is not love. It's like the William Shakespeare sonnet. I think it's just called a sonnet. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. Meaning, if someone changes when they notice when something's different, then it wasn't love to begin with, because real love doesn't change when you, like, that stays the same. You change, they change. The love between you does not change. And if it does, it's not love. So that's where you have to be connected to your faith in what is, all right? But yeah, you guys are gonna, the one sure thing is change, and this dynamic, there's gonna be a lot of change. But what won't change is the important part. Okay, what does not change is what you need to keep your focus on. And as long as you keep your focus on the thing that's not changing, you guys will be fine. Okay, you got this. You'll be just fine, I promise. I believe you, and you are going to get a chance to demonstrate. You are going to get a chance to display that strong faith, my dear. So I wish you a very, I wish you a good spring, that you make the best of every experience, because at the end of the day, it's all about growth and expansion. And, I think you've been doing, even though you guys haven't met in person and stuff, you've been doing this with this person for many years already. So you're getting pretty understanding and familiar with the drill. So roll with it. And remember, the bigger and more earth-shattering the things seem, it's just bringing bigger changes for the better in the long run for you too. Okay? All right. Thank you, Jeanette. Okay. Okie dokie. Julene is next. Julene, my dear Julene, what is your question? And I've got you on Malia. All right. Question is regarding Keegan. He's been so driven and laser focused, which is amazing. Yeah, for a 14-year-old. But But he's amazing for a 14-year-old. But he's relentless exhaustion and some injury. What does Spirit say about this and his path to the future? Okay, that's a good question. Oh, I'm glad that it made sense to you, Jeanette. Thank you. I'm glad it made sense. Yeah. And I'm telling you, the message, what I could see, it felt pretty clear. So I'm glad it was accurate. But you can, gird your loins and be ready for this. I know you'll be fine. Stay focused on the love and the thing that doesn't change, and you guys will be just fine. And don't try to force that which does not need forcing to be true or to be real or to happen. You don't need to force anything. Let it be. Trying to force a twin flame relationship to work is like trying to compete for something that's already yours, right? Remember that. What's the outlook for Julene regarding her appearance, regarding Keegan? Is he doing too many things, right? Is Keegan doing too many things? Let me see what came out. It just, when I was shuffling, it felt very crowded, the energy in his life. Very crowded, or like when you stuff too much into a trap, like those little Trapper Keeper folders. So I'm wondering if that might be part of the issue right now, is that he needs to remove some activities or cut down his participation. I mean, I think a lot of times, and I know you didn't do this, it's just the situation he's in, but I think besides him, it's kind of a reflection of what a lot of kids have going on nowadays. A lot of kids, and the parents get them into this early. It's like you have to get them in every potential activity and everything, and so they can put it on their transcripts. But it's like it gets to the point where these kids are just going from to this class after school to that and this it's this day and it's tap dancing, and it becomes like almost torturous for these kids. Now, I don't think that's the problem with Keegan. I think that he might just need to maybe cut back his schedule, but I think that's become like a weird thing with a lot of kids and their parents. Like the competition and all that has just become ridiculous. All right. Yeah, maybe I don't want to be a dad so bad. I was thinking I wanted to be a dad for the last couple of years, but I don't know. I think I'm better at being an uncle. I'm a good uncle, really good uncle. So with Keegan, what I do see is, number one, he's very fortunate to have you taking care of him and being there for him. You present as the empress in his life, and that's a really awesome place to be. That means to me that not only do you show up there, but that he sees you in such a very strong, positive light and is aware of just how much you do for him. So that's good all around. 10 of Wands. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at this. He's got the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So he's, this hands are full carrying all of this stuff, right? And then the result of that is the 7 of Wands, which is basically like being defensive and unable to receive. So he's unable to be receptive to whatever the universe is trying to offer him or send him, a new friend, an opportunity, things that kids need to be receptive to, because he has got his hands so full with things that he may have chosen to pick up all 10 of those sticks or wands. But at the time he was picking them up, he wanted to do those things, right? He wanted this, he wanted that. But he's gotten so much in his hands now that he's lost sight of why he picked any of them up, and he's getting no pleasure from any of the things that he picked up for the purpose of enjoying. So I see exactly what's going on here, and I get what you're saying. I think the best thing for him to do really is just to like cut some things out, scale back his schedule, and decide that you can't have it all at the same time. That thing, it's like you can have it all, but you can't have it all at the same time. And he needs to do that so that he can at least enjoy some things instead of doing all things and not enjoying any of them, right? That to me is the only solution for him. And you may have to be the one to lay the law down, because the Queen of Swords is coming in here as it feels like an interjector. So it looks like you may have to say, listen, kid, because I love you, I'm going to tell you right now, we got to make a change here, okay? So I think that's really important for you to do, okay? Abigail, thank you. They're just reading glasses. They're actually not prescription. They're just reading glasses. I need to go. What I really need to do is get LASIK, so I don't have to wear these. But I got the. I think I got them at readers.com. I think readers.com. Go to readers.com. They have like every different type of reading glasses, frames, everything, anything you can imagine. They have men's, women's, unisex, everything. But yeah, that's pretty much all I see, Julian. I don't know what you think about this, but or what your opinion is on what the right thing for him to do is. But I mean, he's gonna be okay either way. I just feel like, like he's fine, like you said, he's doing great. But and it's not gonna kill the kid if he doesn't scale things back. But I think it probably would make things more enjoyable for him if he did, right? Yeah, exactly. No, and certainly you don't want to squash his dreams. I agree. But I think you're supposed to talk to him about this and I would approach him like this and say, "Look, here's the thing. You're doing so much that you're not enjoying any of this. I would suggest you decide, your top 3 priorities and then make those your focus so you can really enjoy and work towards your goals for those things and put the other stuff on hold for now. If you realize having done that you can't live without doing whatever item D, then bring item D back into your life next year or whatever. But he's got to scale back. He's not going to get any pleasure from any of it or any satisfaction from any of it. He's got to scale back just to be able to really be present and enjoy what he's doing. And I think it's really great because as an outcome guidance, you've got Queen of Wands. It's kind of saying like for you to he'll do what you say. He'll take your advice. He takes your guidance seriously, and he needs to see that in your eyes and hear that in your tone that where you're coming from. And I don't think you'll have any. He's a good kid, a super good kid, right? All right, thank you, Julene. Malia. I'm gonna get these ready. Malia, what's your question? Just general? I got you. I got you for a general, Malia. All right, let's see. General guidance for Malia. The Moon, Ace of Swords. Whoa, okay. Okay. Hang on, let me see what this is saying here. You liking this shirt? This was my 4th of July barbecue party shirt last summer. I mean, I think I've worn it like a couple other times. Spangled. You got it, buddy. You got it. All right. So, Malia, in your foundation, you have the Fool card. Pretty good thing. So, it looks like, foundationally speaking, just at where you are in your life and, you know, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, it's being reflected back to you by the universe as a place where you're prepared to start some new things or for the jumping off point into a new chapter of your life, which can be really exciting. And I'm excited for you. Depending on what that is, it could be really, really, really exciting. There is some guidance over here. You've got the Queen of Wands, right? As I feel like the Queen of Wands sort of as a guidance card, because the Queen of Wands being reflecting an aspect of you here, and her being such an assertive energy, it's definitely guidance and a reminder for you to be assertive in your daily life, your work, in your dealings with people. Make sure you're speaking from a place of confidence in what you're saying. I don't know where this is coming from, but make sure in your home with your daughter, just as much as in your work with your people, with your co-workers, that you never speak statements in a way that they sound like they're questions if they're not. Speak with authority about that which you know and have authority on. Never let your answers sound like they're ending with a question mark. I don't know what that's about. Because for some reason, there are people that can take the slightest thing as a sign that you're wrong, or you know how it is. Like, people are crazy. People can take the slightest thing as a sign that you don't know what you're talking about, or you're not, qualified, or you're wrong. So I just want you to always, it's like they want you to always make sure that when you answer someone, you take the time to, right, because you're humble. And you're a humble person. You make a point to be congenial and amicable with people, and because you don't want to feel imposing with your energy, you might, by mistake, give them the wrong impression that you're not sure of yourself or what you're saying. So be very careful to take the time to make sure when you speak and answer and speak on things that it's a period or an exclamation point at the end is what that's what they're feeling from you when you speak, right? No question marks, unless it's meant to be a question, right? Only time. And you can still do what you naturally do, which is, exude a humble, confident but humble energy, because that's who you are. You don't have to change your tone or say something like, you don't have to speak in a way that you're not sure about something that you are sure of to make someone else feel comfortable. Ever. No. So yeah, you've got the Ace of Swords coming in too. The universe is really fond right now of showing you the inner workings of things and the logic behind things and the way to get what you want, while also giving those you answer to what they want. You're sort of being empowered through information. The universe is going to be continually empowering you through information, and that's a good thing to count on. I don't have to convince people I'm humble or apologize for being sure of myself and my exactly. Hold on, what's this? Hi Ali, I'm snuggled in my bed and I'm snuggled in my bed with my golden floofer on this ride. Good for you. Enjoy that. Missing my Aries. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure at one time or another we're all missing somebody. I know the feeling, but hold on to the good times. Focus on the good times, and more will come. More will manifest. All right, so you have also, this is crowning energy, Malia, the Six of Pentacles. This is external to you coming in. So the descending energy into your story right now is balance. That you are managing to balance things, while those around you, the kind of people who are looking for the question mark where there shouldn't be one, are seeking to disrupt the balance. You are being shown the way to balance, and you're being given the sort of the keys to that kingdom. So own it. Maintain ownership of what you're being given the keys to. And it's all about your own balance and your ability to keep those around that would have things thrown into disarray, balanced. Literally, information has been flooding in this. Yep. No. Yeah, especially you. I mean, I'm sure they are too, but golden retriever is my flu fur. Dogs are the best. I listen. I love dogs. I really miss my doggy Bentley. He was a great dog, but you know, unfortunately, they don't get to stay around as long as as we wish they did. Yes, doggies are good. So Malia, sorry. The next thing I want to say is you do have the Five of Swords here, outcome, guidance, etc. Yeah, it's not going to be something that you don't need to own this. Just know this. Like there's a lot of stuff afoot around you. You don't own it. You again, process the information, process and file. This should be you so that you don't even have to deal with, because it's not your response. You know what? It's that old saying, it's none of my business what other people think about me. I love that because it's true. It really is none of my business what other people think about me. And same here. It's like all these idiots that are out around trying to throw everything out of balance and jealous, and they can't be happy for people's success, and they reaching and grabbing. You know what? Who cares? You don't even need to know that they're doing it. You focus on the information that's being given to you, processing it and filing it in the file that it belongs in. And you know if the information that comes in is specifically to go in a short-term file because you're going to need to use it for power, protection, expansion, and any other exceptions, you'll know, right? There is so much fuckery. I'm telling you. I have a lot of sympathy for what you go through. I really do. Because, I mean, I understand. We've talked and like, I don't understand. I mean, I understand and I don't understand. I understand what's going on and I don't understand why these people are like this. But you know what? Bless their heart. Bless their heart. So yeah, I mean, basically that was the last card. It's, Five of Swords, you can expect as long as you're surrounded by people who, anytime you're in a situation and you're working or working around multiple people, and there are people around you who are older than you, but in a position that is below you, there's a chance that they might take that personally. And that's just one of the things that they could take personally. There's a whole laundry list beneath that, right? That they can, if they want to, that they can think as excuses for taking it personally. So there's all of that. All you have to do is know that you're protected, because you're being protected, and process and file. And you'll be good. All right? Process and file. And I'm like, when I say that to you, you know what I'm saying. I mean, like, those people are not going to change. So there's no point in giving them any of your energy, any of your attention, any anger, none of it. You just keep processing and filing. What did I just knock? Oh, just knocked some oracle cards down. All right. Thanks, Malia. Thank you for coming in and hanging and getting a reading. I appreciate it. If you like it, I love it. I'm going to go ahead and do the drawing. Guys, I hope you guys are still here. Yeah. So, Julene, Malia, Jeanette, Jillian's, Rebecca, Debbie. I'm about to put your names in the bowl, and whoever I draw is going to get this really cool oracle deck. Let me show you what we're doing here. I think Rebecca's gone dancing, but Rebecca, I'm putting your name in. Debbie's here. Good. Okay, I'm going to put yours in right now. Debbie, putting your name in. Julene, name in. Malia, name in. Jillian, putting your name in. And Jeanette. Okay, good. There's yours, Jeanette. I'm putting it in. All right. So I don't know what the best way to do this is, but I'm going to look over here and put my hand in and just pull a name out. Julene. Julene, I am sending you the Isis Oracle deck. this coming week. So congratulations to Miss Julene. And thank you everyone else. I am probably going to do, since we only had a few people tonight, I didn't want to make a more than one thing. But there is something else. I was going to say I can't do a drawing and a giveaway all the time, but it is fun. And I might next week do this other deck that I know a lot of people really like, and I think it's discontinued, so it would be something a lot of people might want to win. But I'll show you guys that next time. All right, you guys have a great weekend. It's getting kind of late, and I got to get up reasonably early and get some exercise in before I go to my little baby niece's birthday. So I hope you guys have a great night. Happy Friday night. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. Be kind to yourself. Nobody else can love you like you love yourself. You know that. Bye. Bye, guys. Love ya.